If you love books, this is a video you do not want to miss today. Today we are going through all of the best book subscription boxes that are out there on the market for 2025. Hey book lovers, welcome to my channel today. I am so prepared. Look, I even got the book lover t-shirt going on. Like you guys, I cannot wait to get into these. So like I mentioned, we are looking at the best book subscription boxes that are out there for 2025. Now, all of these boxes are boxes that I have tried. They are tested. They are THRU. I love all of them for different reasons. So that's why they're making it on my best list. Now, if you would like to purchase any of the subscriptions that you're going to see today, I will be including the links down below in that description box. I also have coupon codes for some of these. And then additionally, I have more info about each box as well. So if you want to read about them, I have it all down below. I am not going to be unboxing these in any particular order. So just because one box is in the first slot and then I open this one at the last slot, it doesn't mean one is better or worse than the other. They're all good. I have had all of these for a while now. So I've thoroughly went through them, checked them, I sign off. And from one book lover to another, I can tell you these are great subscriptions. I do have different price points available for today. So if you're working with a budget, we can get something in there. Additionally, I have boxes that feature only books, and then I have boxes that feature books with free gifts. I also have a couple of boxes that are created by small business owners. So if you'd like to support a small business, I've got you covered there too. First up, we are taking a look at the Book of the Month subscription. Now, this subscription is the one I have had the longest. I actually just went and logged into my account and I have had this since 2020. So this one has been around for a while. I always recommend it. One of the reasons why I love this is you will receive a hardback book every month. It is guaranteed that it is a hardback book. Additionally, they're going to send you books that you get to pick. So instead of just sending you one that everyone is getting that month, you get to customize what kind of book you want to have. They will reveal all of the titles available for that month at the very beginning, and then you can go in and select which one you would like to read. Now, this subscription retails for about $17 a month. However, I do have a referral link where you can try it out for only $5. So if you've never tried this subscription before, you can try it out. $5 free shipping. I will have that link and code all down below. So this subscription will feature only the book inside of it. And that's the reason why I'm starting with this, is because this is the most basic subscription that I'm going to show you today. There's only going to be a book in here versus the other ones are going to have a lot of other products to go along with it. Now, the books that are going to be in here are all current reads. A lot of times they will get books before they even launch. So it's like a 1 month early release that they'll give to Book of the Month subscribers. So you get to read it before it even hits the shelves, which is super cool. So this is what it will look like inside. Like I said, no frills, no fluff. You just receive one book every month, but you do get to choose the title. This book is called Beautiful Ugly by Alice Feeney. I love how this looks torn open, like the crack here. Now, you will notice that it looks a little different than what you would find in the stores because they do include the logo from Book of the Month. They also put it on the spine, and then additionally, they're going to have it here on the back. So they are going to be the same artwork, the same image as if you were to buy these at the bookstores, but they just put the Book of the Month logo on them. Doesn't bother me, but just keep that in mind. Not all of these boxes will do that. This book retails for $28.99 if you wanted to purchase it. So even if you renew your subscription and it renews at $17 a month, it's still cheaper to get it through the subscription than to go to the bookstore and buy it. But like I mentioned, you can choose the book and you get to choose the theme as well. So every month they have several options available. I am a sucker for thrillers. I love them. I love mystery novels as well, but they do have other genres available like romance and historical fiction. So they do cater, I feel like, to all of the book community, that you can find a book each month. It's not like it's only going to be thrillers that they offer to you. There really is a lot of variety. So I can't remember what this book is about. I'm sure it's a thriller, but this is what it says. It says, author Grady Green is having the worst, best day of his life. He calls his wife, Abby, to share some exciting news as she's driving home. He then hears Abby slam on the brakes when she sees something on the road ahead. Over Grady's protest, Abby decides to get out of the car. Don't ever do that. Bad idea, especially in a thriller novel. What are they thinking? When he eventually finds her car by the cliff edge, her headlights are on, the driver's door is open, and her phone is still there, but his wife has disappeared. A year later, oh gosh, Grady is still overcome with grief and desperate to know what happened. He can't sleep and he can't write, so he travels to a tiny remote Scottish island to try to get his life back on track. And then he sees the impossible, a woman who looks exactly like his missing wife. And that's all it says. I mean, talk about a cliffhanger, even in the description, you guys. That's all it says. Well, now I know why I chose this book, because that does sound captivating. The only other thing that I'm going to mention about this box that I think is a really cool perk is if you subscribe to this subscription and you are a member for 12 consecutive months, you will be eligible to receive a free book at the end of the year. So what they will do is they have a voting competition that will open up, and during that window, all of the members get to vote on what are the best books of the year, and then they will narrow it down, and you're going to have the nominees. I forget how many nominees there are. I think it's like 10, and then they narrow it down to the number one book. And then everybody that was a subscriber for 12 consecutive months will get that book for free, whatever the number one book was. So it's a really cool perk that you get in addition to having this subscription. Next up is a subscription called Ivory Chapters. Now, this subscription is my most recent one that I started subscribing to. I have had this for a few months now, and every month I just love it, you guys. It's just done really well. So this subscription is all created by a small business owner. So this is the one you want to support if you are looking to support the small businesses. This will feature one book inside of it every month. You are not able to choose the title that you're going to receive, but you are able to choose the genre that you want the book to be. And then that owner will go in, she'll select a book based off of your genre, and she is going to hand wrap the book with a few other goodies and just this great personal touch. So of all of the boxes I'm going to share with you today, this one gets the most beautiful award in my opinion. It's just presented so well. So this is what it looks like when it's shipped to you. You just get a bubble mailer like this. Inside, your bundle will be completely wrapped up in bubble wrap, and you can start to see what I mean by hand wrapping this. She's also going to include a few other goodies to go along with that book. The idea is that you are having a blind date with reading. So every month you're going to receive your blind date. So you don't know what you're being paired up with. And that's the fun and the thrill of this subscription. So this is what it will look like here. The packaging will change constantly as well. She wraps them in different prints, different items are included, but what she will always do is wrap it. She's then going to put on a wax seal over here. You're going to get some exclusive stickers. You've also got a bookmark, a pen, and then a drink choice of some option. I mean, is it not gorgeous? I just love the care and detail that's put into this. So this is the reverse side here. You get the Ivory Chapters logo. She wraps it all up. I mean, I love the detail that is put into this subscription. So great gift idea. So these are the stickers here that are included with my collection. I love this. We've got our book lover, which is exactly what's happening today. The next one says, drink tea, read books, and be happy. Absolutely. We additionally have a sticker that I think it's just got different letters on it. So it doesn't look like it spells anything. I don't think it spells anything, at least. The next one, oh, this is cute. We've got our books, and then look at the cute little potted plants all around the windowsill. A bookworm's belongings. Oh, this is cute. Bookworms, tea, coffee, excuses to read one more chapter. Oh my goodness. So this is like our checklist. I feel like we all have the same thing too, because I am a huge tea drinker when I'm reading books. I love coffee, but I don't know why. I always go to tea whenever I read. So these are all of the stickers that are included with this month's bundle. Additionally, I have the bookmark here, and this bookmark will be from Ivory Chapters. What's cool is she has little sticky notes on here, so you can actually mark in your book as you're going along if you need to. And then we also have a pen and hour tea. So this one is perfect peach herbal tea. I love peach tea. This is perfect. So we get one tea bag, and then this is what the pen itself will look like. So after I take everything off, this is what it looks like for the actual packaging. Isn't it cute? She just makes this envelope style, and there's something about these that I love. I hate destroying them, but I have to do it. So my book that I received this month is called Dirt Creek. This is by Haley. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. So this one, it does appear to be a thriller or a mystery, which is exactly what I choose for my genre. It says dark crimes happen in dying places. So we do have a paperback book here, and this one says, who's lying about what happened at Dirt Creek? It's a small town and everyone is connected. 12-year-old Ronnie is desperate to find her best friend Esther, who disappeared in a rural town in Australia. Their school friend Lewis tells Ronnie that he saw Esther down by the creek when she went missing, but Lewis is refusing to speak to the police now, and he's not the only one hiding something. So the sergeant now is investigating, and she attempts to uncover the connections that are binding the community together and expose the town's secrets. So that is the premise of this book. It looks like this book was printed in 2022, and the retail value would be $17.99 if you were to purchase this book at the stores. I've not found that you receive books that are as current as Book of the Month. Book of the Month is on it, and like I said, sometimes they have early releases. But this subscription also doesn't send me books that are extremely old either. So the appeal for this subscription, in my opinion, is the fun presentation. I also love being able to support a small businesswoman as well. The books, while they may be older and they may even be gently used, I still feel like they're in great quality, great condition, that it doesn't interfere with my reading. So it's just a great fun experience overall. Next up, we're going to take a look at a subscription called Books Inside Boxes. This is also curated by a small business owner. So again, if you're looking for a subscription that specifically helps out these small businesses, this is one that I would tell you to look into. Now, not only are you able to support the creator behind this box, she additionally will partner up with indie bookstores as well, and then feature books inside of the box. So this to me is a twofold where lots of small businesses get support because you help support the creator and then also the bookstore. So Books Inside Boxes is an adventure box, and you are able to travel by means of this subscription. So what they will do is they will pick out one state every month to feature, and then inside of your box, you're going to have products from that state, and you're additionally going to receive a book that is from either it's set there like in the story, or maybe the author wrote it and they're from that state as well. Something in there that will have a connection to your location. But then she also partners up with an indie bookstore each month to feature them inside of this box. So with this box, you're not able to customize the box or choose the genre of the book. However, it's all curated as part of a theme, so it's very cohesive. And that's just the reason why. I mean, honestly, she couldn't really offer customization when we are traveling towards a different state. Now, what's really awesome is I did reach out to the owner of this business, and she responded back that she had exclusive discounts just for my audience. So I'm going to be posting both of them down below. If you want to try this out, you can save $5 off of your first order, or you can comment in the checkout section and put Subscription Sisters, say that's where you saw this video, and she will include a free bonus item in your first box. So you can get a free gift, or you can save $5 off. Either way, you're winning with this subscription. So inside of your box, this is what it will look like at first glance. You will have a business card for the owner as well. So this is Karen. She is the woman behind the box. And then down below, you're going to have all of your featured items for that state. I feel like the best thing to do is to start with the book, because inside of this book, you're going to have a bunch of goodies included for you, but she additionally is going to give you a newsletter, and she's going to tell you the theme and which state you are traveling to. So I feel like the newsletter is really what ties everything together. So this is the April 2025 box that I'm opening up today. And she says that in April, we celebrate one of my favorite days of the year, which is Independent Bookstore Day. This is the last Saturday in April, and it is the best time to visit your local indie bookstore. Our April box is taking us to the Hoosier state of Indiana. So in honor of Indie Bookstore Day, we have collaborated with not one, but two bookstores this time, and both of them are from Indiana. So we have Pete and Freddy's Pages that are located in Mentone, and then there's also Books and Whimsy, which is located in LaPorte. She said we've additionally included stickers and bookmarks from both of these stores in your book. So that's awesome. I didn't even know we were getting two bookstores featured this time around. So this is the first sticker that we have from that independent bookstore. So we've got Books in Whimsy, love the name. They also have their own bookmark. And then it looks like we've got some socials down here. So if you guys want to go check them out, visit them online. This is all of their info. The next one, oh my gosh, so cute. Pete and Freddy's looks adorable. Look at how they put this together. There's no such thing as too many books. I will say that, you guys. I have a massive library of books and I've not read all of them, but I can't stop either. I always want to have a supply. You never know when you're going to need books. We have in here a bookmark to go along with this little bundle. The next one is a larger bookmark, so it looks like this. We additionally have in here a large sticker, and this features the logo as well. This is so cute. I love it. And then last up, we do have a QR code here where they actually have their own podcast. So if you ever want to join their podcast, this is where you could go. So our featured book for the state of Indiana is from Karen Joy Fowler, which is a great author, by the way. This one is called We Are All Completely Beside Ourselves. So the story of a middle-class American family, ordinary in every way but one. So this one says that there are well-intentioned actions that lead to heartbreaking consequences. This one's gonna make me cry, isn't it? I just have a funny feeling. So it is a paperback book. It retails for $18 then if you were to purchase this. Karen does mention that this story takes place in Bloomington and there is a mid-story twist. This is going to be a funny story, but it's also heartbreaking at the same time. I have a very strong feeling I'm gonna be crying. But also in our box, we will have a few goodies that are from the state of Indiana. So every month, the items will change up with what you receive, but they also come from different states. So this one says Literary Taste. It's a 100% cotton dish towel, and it will have all sorts of different quotes on this towel. It's good size too. Lots on here. She mentions that this towel is from the Unemployed Philosophers Guild. And she said, I love having book-related items in other parts of my home, so I hope this makes you smile when you're drying the dishes. I mean, technically now we're gonna be reading in the kitchen. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna be reading all the time, even doing the dishes. The next item that I have in here is wrapped up, and it is very heavy. It feels like a glass candle. Oh, not a candle. We actually have a food item here. This is Midwest Bourbon Barrel Mustard. It is a grilling sauce and it's made with real bourbon. It says it's gluten-free, made in Indiana, and it won the 2020 Food and Drink Winner Prize. Oh my gosh. So this is an award-winning mustard that we have in here. So this is what it looks like. It's a full-size glass jar. I did get that part right at least. This sounds awesome. So it says grill like a champion. This is an Indiana original. It's a fiery mustard mixed with bourbon and it creates the ultimate grilling sauce. This is a mustard barbecue sauce kicked with a single barrel bourbon. So you can dip in here, you can glaze them, you can do whatever you need to with these. I feel like this would go great with wings. That's just kind of what I'm going for is wings at this point. This is great. So she did mention that this is a fresh jar of mustard from a company that's located in Marion, Indiana. She said, I've also included their chicken salad recipe, but vegetarians don't despair. This sauce is also wonderful on just veggies. See, Isn't it cute? I told you, it's just so well done. You go on this little adventure. It's like you're just traveling from state to state, trying out these different items. You get a great book. I mean, it's just an awesome subscription. And we supported we supported 5 small businesses in here because we have Karen, the owner that does it. She supported 2 indie bookstores, and then we have 2 products from Indiana as well. So 5 small businesses all supported with 1 purchase. Next up, we're going to look at the Once Upon a Book Club subscription. Now, this subscription is also a monthly plan, and every month you will receive a book inside of your box, but then along with that book, you're going to receive gifts to go along with the story. So this box not only gives you gifts, like we've seen with some of the other subscriptions, it's going to go beyond that and actually have them correlate directly to the book that you're receiving that month. So the whole goal is that they want your book to come to life as if you were actually there in the story. And that's the idea behind their subscription. Now, you'll notice on the front here that it does say adult. This is the adult box. They have different boxes made for young adults and then also for tweens or middle school age. So you can choose which subscription works for you, but if you're looking for some young adult options, this company does have one available. Now, this box, I will tell you, is always super cute. I love the theme and I love the fact that you are getting fun items to go with the story. You're not able to customize this or choose which book you're going to receive. Everyone is getting the exact same thing every single month. We get the same gifts, we get the same book. The only drawback with that I have found with this is sometimes you're going to receive books that just aren't for you, right? I mentioned earlier that I love thrillers, I love mysteries. When I get those boxes, it's fantastic. Every once in a while though, I'll get a romance book, which are just not my favorite personally. And I'm like, I start to read it and I'm like, this is just not for me. So that's the only tricky thing with this subscription is that while it's curated well, and I feel like the actual products you receive are decent, the books are great, I love the premise. Since you don't have control over the books, there is a chance you may get books that are not your personal favorite, but they still do a good job. So this is what it looks like when you open up your box. Inside, you are going to receive a booklet. Actually, it's a whole package here, and we're going to go into this, but it's got a bunch of different items included. And then because it is a book club subscription, you also are invited to attend the actual book discussion group. So they have those online that you can do on Facebook. There's more details about that in your packet, and that way you can actually take part in this story and discuss it with a group of people. So this is what it looks like for this box. Now this is going to have your hardback book in here, and then you're going to receive a bunch of different presents that correlate to this story. So the story is called The Last Murder at the End of the World. This looks perfect for me. So very excited about this one. It is a hardback book that we have here. There's no guarantee that you will have a hardback book in your box. Sometimes I have gotten paperback books before, but this particular one retails for $27.99 if you were to purchase it. This story says, outside the island, there is nothing. The world was destroyed by a fog that swept the planet and killed anyone it touched. Oh, this is a little dystopian. On the island, it's perfect. 122 villagers, 3 scientists, and living in peaceful harmony. The villagers are content to fish, farm, and feast, and to obey the curfew, to do what they're told by the scientists. Until, to the horror of the islanders, one of their beloved scientists is found brutally stabbed to death, and they learn that the murder has triggered a lowering of the security system around the island, which is the only thing protecting them from the fog. If the murder isn't solved within 107 hours, the fog is going to smother the island and everyone on it. Well, this sounds interesting. And then inside here, there's actually like a map. So then you could follow along with the story as well of where everything is. This sounds like a very interesting read. I'm excited for this. It's something different, but still a little bit of a mystery in there. So as you're reading in your book, you're going to come to a spot where it will say open your gift. You do not want to open any of these presents until you get to that point in the story. So they're going to be marked with the page number on every one of these. And then, like I said, you're also going to see the sticky note that says to open it. So I'm going to open the gifts today, but to experience this box, don't open them until you're actually reading. It's a much better feel and vibe. Whenever I do this, I go through and I show you guys, and then I go back to read the book, and I'm like, yeah, it's just not the same. So we're jumping into the story quite a bit here, but this is where our first gift is. And it says, I confess I lied to Thea about my ability to recall events after curfew. The truth would only muddy the waters, and it's clarity that we need now, though not for everybody. It's important that people see exactly as much as I want them to see. Just put the key away, I urge. He looks at the glass ball in his palm, which has a red hue and is about the size of an eyeball. As you like, he agrees pleasantly, and dropping it into his pocket. And then it says, open our gift. So the gift that we should receive here should be something that we just read about. But I will say it's a little obscure. Like, I'm not quite sure what... It's not an eyeball because this box is huge. All right, so we'll open up our wrapped gift. This is a glass ball key. This is what he was referring to, but what we have is an actual ice cube tray. Very clever. So you're going to receive something that is in the story, but it's still functional for us today. Considering this sounds like it's either dystopian or set in the future or something like that, obviously the key he's using is an actual glass ball, and that's just not going to work for us today. So they've created something to, you know what I mean, be very similar to what you're reading about, but it's actually something that is functional that we can use today. So this one is an ice cube tray, and it will make different balls of ice. And so you can fill it here with your water and then stick it in the freezer, and it will make perfectly round balls of ice. The next gift is on page 192, and this one's a little bit smaller of a gift. Now here it says, 4 steps take Emery and Clara into the lab where Thea is bent low over the contraption that they just pulled out of the ocean. She's using a pair of tweezers to pluck an object from between 2 bent struts. And then it says, open your gift. So I'm guessing maybe tweezers is what we have inside of this bag, but let's open it up here and we'll confirm. We have, yes, these are the tweezers that she was using. And you'll notice that they've included a little bit of the scenery and then also the quote for the book. So every time they're correlating back to that story. And what makes this box cool is because every story is different, every book is different, you're always going to have different items that they have to work and make fit with the story. Oh, we are really jumping now. We are almost to the end of the book. So this one is page 264. It says, unsettled, she goes to find her father, who's nosing around in a small kitchen with a clay oven and a humming refrigerator. Every shelf is empty. And then it says, open up our gift. So this giant box, oh, it's heavy too. I'm guessing this is some sort of a clay pot or something. Well, let's see. What do we have here? Oh, it's an olive oil jug. So this is a 17-ounce jug. Very cute. And see, very usable once again. This is what it looks like. Oh my gosh, this is really nice. I always feel like there's one hero item every month with this subscription that is significantly nicer than everything else that you get for those items. I mean, like an ice cube tray is great, but you know as well as I do, it's a couple bucks. This is actually a very nice product. And you can just tell it's a little bit better quality than what the ice cube tray was or the tweezers. So I do feel like you get your money's worth in a few different ways with this particular subscription, but one way is because you will at least get a hero item in terms of the products themselves. But you do get this little pour spout on here as well, so you can pour out your olive oil. And our final gift is on page 279. That one's a nanoparticular converter, I explain. That's a quantum net. That's a portable particle collider, which is next to an element generator. I stop my description, realizing she isn't listening any longer. In the middle of the floor, placed so it will be seen, is one of Clara's carved birds. I wonder what that means. That sounds interesting. So now it says open this up. So I'm guessing we're getting a carved bird is all I can go with off of that, because I have no idea what any of the other words meant in there. So this is what it looks like for this box. So Clara's birds are salt and pepper shakers. So again, they made something useful just using the idea from this story. Oh my goodness, look at how cute they are. So while these are not carved, these are all ceramic, you're gonna get these adorable salt and pepper shakers. Oh my, this is so cute. I love that they went with neutral colors as well, so that way it works for everybody, but here's your cute little birds. So that is your book and then all of the gifts that go along with it. But then additionally, you're gonna get this bundle of goodies. So every month with your subscription, they will create a bookmark that is exclusive for that book. So they'll do, either they're gonna match the art print on the jacket, or they will put like a quote from the book on that bookmark. We also are going to have a collectible sticker. You will receive one of these with every box that you do, and then this will show that you received that box, so you can actually keep track of them. Additionally, you will receive a signed autograph with this subscription. So this is the only subscription box for books that will include the signature or autograph from the author. So what they do is they will put this on a sticker format, and you can choose if you want to put this into your book or not. Years ago, there was a vote done because some people like myself, I don't like to put stickers in my books. So that was up for debate. And so what they decided to do is they made it where you can peel it off and do it yourself if you want to. I always just take these and I stick them in the book. That way they're there, but I'm not actually putting a sticker in it. They're not actually stuck. But then you're additionally going to receive a card from the author that is exclusive to their subscription box. So it's really cool that you get all these little extra perks that you don't find in the other boxes. Last up for today, we are going to take a look at the Literary Book Club subscription. Now, this is a monthly subscription where you will receive a box with a book and then exclusive gifts to go along with it. Now, it is different than the Once Upon a Book Club subscription box. That box will feature more of the items that you find in the story, making it come to life. This one is different because it focuses on classic literature. So like you saw with the Once Upon a Book Club, that is a very modern book. It just came out. It's a new release. This is going to take classic literature that has been around for decades, if not centuries already. They're going to give it a bit of a facelift, and then they're going to include products that go along with that story. So they have a very different premise set to them. It just really depends on whether or not you want to have classic literature or if you'd like to go with something a little bit more modern. But this additionally will not have gifts that link to pages. You're just going to have gifts that go along with the book. So this is also run by a small business owner. I don't honestly know how Katie does it. I'll be honest with you. She not only finds the books, but then she'll recreate all the jackets and give it these facelifts, like I said. And I'll show you what I mean by that in here. But then additionally, she curates all of these gorgeous boxes. So she just puts a lot of work into her subscriptions, and I can't imagine how much work it would be to do all of these. So inside, this is what it will look like here. You can already start to get that classic feel and vibe with your box. So this is our theme for our box this month, which is Cranford. So on the reverse side, it's going to tell you about all the products that are included in this month's box. So our book is called Cranford, which I'm not familiar with this one. I am blanking. I don't know what that book is. We did have a couple of months ago, we had one from Agatha Christie. We also had a Sherlock Holmes book. I loved when we got the Phantom of the Opera. Oh, that was a great box. So sometimes I know these right away, but that one is not ringing a bell at all. So that is why I'm going to start with the book. So this is our featured classic piece of literature. And then do you see what I mean by a facelift? They've really elevated it. They give it this gold leaf on all of the pages. This is a hardback book as well. And they've actually made the flowers stand up a little bit. So this is all textured. I was hoping to see if I could show you guys that, but it's actually elevated on here. So it's really beautiful. This retails for $25 if you wanted to purchase it. The story says that this is about the women folk who dominate the social landscape, and as the world around them is transformed, the respectable ladies steadfastly hold on to daily rituals and traditions that have always regulated their lives. This is a witty novel that examines a society on the cusp. So this is definitely giving you that classic feel, like we said, with that 19th century. So this is going to be an interesting read. Now, oh, I love when I hear the spine. One thing I was going to point out is that even the pages themselves are redone. These are the glossiest pages you will ever find. They are smooth. They've actually got a bit of a shine to them, or a sheen, and they're really well made. So they are not your traditional paper because these are so glossy. It does come with a bookmark in here as well. And the story itself has not changed. She's not redoing the story. It's still the classic piece that was written by the original author. Everything has remained the same. They've just kind of improved the packaging is all. Our first item that we have in our box is a canvas tote bag, and it says library books on here. I have talked about this so many times on my channel, you guys. If you're a longtime subscriber, you've heard me say, I'll pull out bags and I'm like, yeah, this will work great for the library. I can go and put them all in there. Now I actually have a designated one. So this is a canvas bag, very lightweight. It does have two handles up here at the top, and it's from the Wildflower Paper Company. So this is brand new with tags. Well, this is adorable. We have a coffee mug that looks like a flower pot. I actually thought we had a flower pot at first, but it's tea, flowers, and books. So this is what your coffee mug will look like. So cute. This is coming from the same company, that Wildflower Paper Company. Oh my gosh, this is adorable. But do you see what I mean? You're not necessarily getting items that go to the book itself or to the story. It's just book themed items that will go along in your subscription. Now, the next item that I have in here, this is a little tasty treat while you're reading. We have a salted rosemary shortbread. So this is a little snack that you can enjoy while you're reading. She's also included a cup of tea, so while we are reading, we will have a fresh drink. This is by Tea with Tay. I have to tell you guys, Tea with Tay is really good tea. I've tried several different flavors, and every time they're very bold, very flavorful, so I love when I see this brand. This particular one is hibiscus. It's an herbal tea that has hibiscus and rose hips inside of it, but it is caffeine free, and it will make 1 cup of tea. So I'm excited for this one. I love that brand. And then I believe our last item inside of our box this month is another book. Sometimes we get another product, but this month we got 2 books here. So this one's called The Little Book of Cottage Core, Traditional Skills for a Simpler Life. I love this. This is different. And I feel like it kind of does go with the story, because they were talking about, you know, in 19th century, and these are the rules and traditions that they've always known. So I do feel like this kind of fits that theme a bit. So this is what it looks like. It is a hardback book. $17.99 is the retail price on here. Looks like it came out in 2021, but they've made a few different updates and improvements to the book over the years as well, like with the jacket. This is very cute. So it's got different things on how to make your own candles, how to clean up, how to battle the cold and flu, make your own insect repellents. There's recipes even in here, pumpkin pie and oatmeal cookies, teas, different ways to brew your own teas, how to grow herbs in the window boxes, make your own cotton, soap molds, so literally everything you need for a simple life. So those are the book subscription boxes that I am recommending for 2025. Hopefully you saw through each box that they all have their own merit. They're just a little bit different. You can go with just a book only. You could also go with a box that has a few gifts in there, but you get to choose. Do you want to have gifts that are going to correlate to the book itself? Or do you want gifts that are just book themed? Or maybe you'd like to try out some artisan goods from a particular state. So there's lots of different options out there for book subscriptions. And these are just the ones that I feel like are good on so many levels. They're curated well, they're consistently shipped out on time. I don't have an issue with my products being damaged. Customer service has always been very helpful if I do need to contact them. So all of these I can recommend because I don't have issues with them. You know what I mean? But then on top of it, they're really great curations. So if you want to try any of these subscription boxes, I will be posting the links down below for you guys. And then additionally, I have discount codes available as well. So all of those codes will be listed down there and you can save some money off of your first orders. So until next time, book lovers, have a great rest of your day. Happy reading, and I will see you all in my next unboxing video. Bye!